kind of wonder how it will play out, though, because the level 1 of Alistar obviously isn't amazing either, and I'm very certain both junglers are going to be looking to try and get their bot lane ahead. If the Kai'Sa Rakan really does fall behind, I think they can struggle. And as a result, this lane state is horrible, by the way. Zeus does have Delight on the way now to help him out. They're going to get the flash out of Cuz. It's a big win here early on for Hanwha Life. And it's, again, the preparation is... Oh, no.
Peanut hiding on Bush, and Viper already on top of him with the Valkyrie. First blood given over to Viper. As Zombie Scion's getting in there. Viper probably going to have to go for a barrier here, but no. Not scared, not as scared as I am, and he holds on to it. As now we got a gank up on the top side, but that is Rek'Sai, pretty difficult to lock down. Not the best first streak you can get, but still going to be an early objective, as now Delight trying to bully Cuz here just a little bit. Viper is coming down, gets knocked up, but that's the grand entrance down. A dodge on the wind becomes lightning, and now Viper is totally safe and has the whole team behind him. Everything utilized to try to take down the Corki, who's totally safe, and that's going to be 2 kills going over to Hanwha Life Esports. Here in the beginning of game 1, it is totally run by the side of HLE. They got the first objective, they got the first 3 kills, the feats of warfare. Now they're going to get a second objective as well, with all 3 of the grubs being taken here.
Fighting back a little bit there. Getting the kill would have been nice, but just getting the sums is still a big deal, as, oh, he is sticking around with his refillable.
Yeah, they want to go for the play, as Duckdom is kind of in no man's land here, getting engaged on. And he can only run towards trying to get the kill, though. One last auto, he will at least be able to do that, but it's still a kill being given over to Viper as well. He had to flash to get out of that one. Duckdom kind of in a wonky spot. And then they even pull out the Rek'Sai, not even really spending that many Fearless draft bucks here early on in the series, as Cuz trying to wait around. Nice dodge to the right from Zeus, but actually gets interrupted, goes into the ult, and now tries to flash away. And is not able to tunnel just yet, and is being bullied. Finally is going to get over the wall, and is making this quite difficult, as he is very fast. Here comes the wall, and eventually Zeus will go down. They get the kill over to BDD, but Zeka gets some free time with the mid-turret.
A little horror movie there. There will be a dragon given over for this, so double dragon does come through here for Hanwha Life, which is nice, but still KT fighting back and keeping the goldie within touching distance.
Yeah. That is Rakan, so he's totally fine. We got a Cloud Soul on the way.
Ooh.
And certainly going to be pretty nice. All that movement speed as Cuz is going on in, and Peanut is going to be cut down. Finally gets punished for some aggressive play here.
Love to see it. KT fighting back valiantly. Fairly thin, because they only have BDD and Duckdom to do real damage. Obviously, Cuz right now is still going to be doing a lot, but he will kind of peter out as the game continues. So Duckdom and BDD need to be very deliberate about where they are. If they get focused down, they could be in big trouble, and Hanwha Life is looking for the angle.
Yeah, Talia combo is down, and there's Delight, gets right in onto BDD. The follow-up from Peanut is beautiful. And now Cuz in a lot of trouble, nowhere for him to go. Even Zeus joins in here with his own TP. And unfortunately for Perfect, he also TP'd and did nothing, as he was a little bit too late to the fight. Not his fault, but HLE take a massive fight here around the Rift Heralds.
That's exactly what we mentioned. This Talia.
Well, you can't really do anything about this. Perfect is nearby, certainly peeking his way in, but KT not committing to the fight just yet, as we have the Battle Rift Herald drop down just in case. Zeus is going to pick this one up. They boop Cuz away, and here comes the knockup onto the enemy jungler. It does miss, but still going to be the Drake going their way, as Ingo's Duckdom on a Peanut, but now he's in the pit and in a very vulnerable spot, as immediately they just turn onto him. Duckdom is down, and that is all your damage gone. As Perfect is alone, has to flash away. Zeus tanky enough, and BDD was never able to do anything in that fight, and this one is very quickly slipping away into the hands of HLE. If Duckdom doesn't ult in, he's a 2-item Kai'Sa who's sitting in the back, short range, and getting zoned away by all of those threats on HLE. And now we're looking at 3,500 gold, the lead here. 3 Drakes, as there is the engage directly on the Zeka. Nowhere for him to go. Up against 3 as they had the damage with Duckdom and BDD there. And KT looking at the Zotacon now.
And KT's done it a bunch of times with Peter on Nico, now with him on Rakan. He sets up the play to take down Zeka. And this might just be the other... Yeah, look, they're not contesting. Despite investing the teleport, I think just want to hold on to the turret. And KT strike again in a moment of weakness. I'm worried about the Rek'Sai, even with this Bruiser build. I do think eventually you're going to reach a point where you'll be a big side lane threat, but in teamfights it'll be hard to have an impact, as is often the case. But the Aurora, the Corki, I think these remain really big threats as the game continues, as attempted engage.
Oh, they're going to find Dukdom in a huge way. He just goes down. He was like 10 seconds away from Flash. And that's just free. Down goes the Kaisa. The Xinjiao follows, Cuz trying to go in and save him late. Doesn't do anything, just dies. And that is a free Cloud Soul over to Hanwha Esports.
Don't even get a Constellation Rek'Sai. Does KT. As Dukdom dying there. Obviously, Cuz can dash if there's a target. Was no target, so just has to use a summoner there. And that's going to buy a lot of space here for Hanwha to just take this turret.
Yeah. I think Dukdom learned from the last time. Peter also has to flash, so all that pick potential we saw from the Rakan is just gone. We already saw Kiana ult the middle.
If we had Ambessa versus Rek'Sai, we could have an actual Beyblade matchup where it's like, so you have the Jarvan Dome, and then they just spin around.
Trying to find Viper.
That's the flash gone.
That it is. Definitely a good look from Peter.
Maybe he was listening to the Beyblade conversation and he got carried away.
He got distracted.
Sorry about that flash Viper. And that's, as long as the Baron isn't taken, I think that KT is still in a decent spot. This is the real test, though. They don't have vision. It's going to be hard to get backline access. And they know this Baron is being taken.
The damage from this Aurora, who's on 3 items, is just way too much for them to handle.
They're just going to give it.
Yeah.
There's just no way in.
Because it's too low. We don't have the quickness or... Oh, Peter just got his flashback, but... Yeah, it's just, you're not going to win that fight ever, so why even take it? Just give it away.
With relative pace, because not only do they have Baron buff, they have Cloud Soul! Look at them run!
Sick haze! Oh, and he got into the Cloud Rift circle, he's even faster.
That's Cloud Rift value.
That's Cloud Rift baby. It's Cuz isolated, has to go into his Crescent Guard already. They're trying to turn onto an Alistar who's got his ult. They isolate Viper, who does not have his flash, and doesn't seem to have Valkyrie, but he's still doing so much damage, they don't have the follow-up. And Dukdom is just in no man's land, can't do anything by himself. Viper gonna Valkyrie in, calculated, as they do get the kill on a BDD here. And at least Dukdom was able to get out alive, but it should be Elder, you would imagine, for HLE.
Might just look for the
maybe
end.
they just end.
Yeah, if they can keep the cancel on perfect, if he doesn't back, I think they can just base, or just end, go to the base as they do. And that might just be it for game 1.
Game 1 just like this. Mostly domination the whole way, by the way, of Hanwha Esports, except a couple of big picks from Peter, who kind of looked like he was the only guy doing anything, to be honest, here for the side of KT. As, yeah, you gotta send it, you gotta try, but maybe trying to make some room here for Dukdom.
It's almost, oh god.
Yeah, that Aurora has 8 kills, and the Nexus does not have any health. 0. 1-0 going the way of HLE here after game number 1. A dominant victory for them to start off the best of 5.
They were they're able to get there because of that jungle support duo. And for KT, unfortunately, this game 1, not end up working out. And unless they want to take any big risks, I think it's just going to be the route lock in here. So Hanwha Life still getting a draft. I think they're going to be very happy with. This comp for KT, though, I think really plays into their strengths because there's a lot of early agency. On the crash here, Peanut standing guard, but they need everyone to dive Dukdom.
I think they absolutely do. They're going to just try to engage on a Peanut and taxi Dukdom out of here, and the red buff is not quite enough, actually. And here comes Cuz as trying to punish Peanut for being in here a little bit too deep, and down he will go. First blood to the Jin, and Delight has to crash down over the wall just to get away in the dive.
And he just struggles really dealing with the Orianna well when the Orianna has a good early lane phase. This setup is good, though.
Yeah, they got a gank going. Do they have enough damage on the Zeka to force a flash away as the flash is enough? BDD is going to get in and just make quick work with some help from Peter.
Damage is there. Zeka ends up going down, and the gold lead continues here for KT's. Oh, Delight.
Well, we got Peanut coming on down. They are going to get Dukdom first. Peanut in a little bit of trouble here. The Subjugate on the Trundle is enough to tank this one up. But now we got a frontline for Viper, who's just kiting it out. Dodges that one with the spell shield. Does not get stunned. And Peter, not much he can do as Leona into Sivir.
Just auto him down, and that's an early kill going over to Sivir. Now, the objective control still looking good here for KT, as they do get the triple grubs.
Trying to help out in mid is Delight. BDD looking to turn this one. He's got Cuz nearby. The shockwave is going to hit the Annie, and Peanut being here means that BDD might just be in a lot of trouble. Down he goes. Zeka going to pick up that kill. A nice influx of gold to catch up in the mid lane.
A cute there from Peanut, gets stopped by the pillar, but uses the movement speed on Empowered E. A full turret would not have been worth, but Zeka is able to TP back into it. I actually thought that he might have looked for more there if they had given him the opportunity, but the pillar comes out. It's going to be first straight going over. Delight is on the ward here. As now, we have these traps have been very successful here for Hanwha Life, but have they gotten a little bit too predictable? Peanut's in the area, and Delight is waiting there.
Delight is here. And immediately they see this as the counter gang coming on in. He's going to catch two. The shockwave is big on the two as well. BDD with no flash and no hope of getting out. Peanut is taking a huge chunk of damage, though. He is going to survive with the Sundered Sky, of all things, plus the shield. As now Peter just left for the fishes. As down he goes. Zeus will pick up the kill, and HLE start off strong again in game two. I figured I'd spare you here in your last cast at Lol Park.
No. Give me the real experience, Zeka.
Yeah, he doesn't have a very fun time, and the Pantheon's on the top side of the map, so he is just dead, as that will be a shutdown given over to Cuz.
Easy as 1-2 free. Zeka's KDA not happy about that one. As KT get a really good punish here, I think, yeah, especially with the power of a... Things looking good, and again, great timing, KT. Thank you very much. That's wonderful.
Yeah. We should give the credit to KT, though, because actually it was your curse that helped them out. As it's Chemtech Soul that comes through.
And we'll see if they can hit the timings. Otacon, I think, is going to be very important for their setup.
So, we saw the pillar used on the Raptors. I don't really know why. I did miss that part as to why the pillar was used, but it was nicely pointed out by Jonah Strong that he just didn't have pillar for the Rift Herald then.
I do not want to see any Beyblading, unlike last game.
Yeah, I think you just take bot turret, rotate up. Maybe you go for the Drake here. Could look for that. They can still fight without Pantheon ults.
No, it's fine, but like it is a big cooldown that you use. There's a... Oh, God!
Okay, that's the combo with the pillar. That's also a good pillar usage, and Zeus is like, well, yeah, I think I'm just going to run away.
They didn't want to fight anyway.
Yeah.
Nicely done. Big win for KT there. Get themselves a second dragon. Will be, I think, certainly getting this mid lane as well. As
Yeah, just going to start it up. They have a decent amount of damage. Not a huge amount, but enough to threaten here as Peter coming on in. The pillar is utilized. Redemption available. TP in from Zeus as this is getting incredibly low. Cuz should have access. The engage goes in on a BDD. It is secured by Peanut as now everybody's in the meat grinder in the middle. The Gwen Needle's getting so much value down as Cuz, as tanky as he is with the Subjugate, still going to be taken out. Perfect. Barely getting away. And BDD sticking around to find out what Pantheon can do when the fight gets really rough. It's a Quadra as Peanut wants the Penta.
Where is his ult?
Oh,
Peanut,
no!
no!
He had his ult! Oh! It's only a Quadra.
I mean, Duckdom has flash, like he would have probably gotten out. But imagine how cool it would have been!
It's his last day in Lol Park!
I know!
Supports are just, you know, they're clicking their buttons.
I know Peanut. Oh, hold up.
Oh boy, TP coming in.
That's Zeka.
KT are scrambling. It looks like Peter is going to be sacrificed, and maybe even BDD on top of it, as there it is. He tries to dodge and tries to run away, but he's not fast enough. As the damage from Zeka is there. They get 2 kills just like that, and that should be Baron.
I don't think there's a lot they can do. Perfect as TP, but do you really want to TP your Rumble in? No, instead they're going to set up Soul Point. I think that's a fine call here, but we'll see if Hanwha Life is actually going to give it to them. Because they're starting it up here, but there is a... Oh! Okay, that would have been crazy.
No, not even going to smite it.
Peanut has ult. They're not even going to get Dragon. Oh, no.
Yep. HLE get everything, and KT...
Delight is 3 levels up, Valdez.
Yeah.
3!
3, and he has a whole second item finished. Plus a Null Magic Mantle. He's actually unkillable, it feels like. He's got exhaust, flash, redemption,
He's got
locket.
such tanky items.
Yeah. No,
Such a
it's
tanky
crazy.
Keystone.
It's crazy.
Wow. I guess Zeka doesn't have as much damage as the other two, but he's still in a long fight canoe. And there's a fat Pantheon as well.
Delay just going in. He says, Duck Dom, you do not have your flash. And the follow-up is gigantic from Zeka on top of it, as the damage is insane at this point in time. They're just rolling over KT Rolster, who did not have a chance. Everybody will bite the dust, and Hanwha Esports will crush them here in game number 2 and bring us to 2-0 in the series, actually 1 game away from making the grand finals.
HLE in playoffs is just a little different. We're not seeing the KT that we saw in the series against Gen.G, where they're able to find these really creative angles. I think the drafts haven't quite had the same spark that they did in that series.
Yeah. Okay. It's into
What the hell?
So I feel like it should be totally fine in this lane, especially with the
so
Inara.
Cool. Oh, Delight.
Can easily answer the double flash with his own flash.
And that's a bit of a mistake from Zeka. A split second later on his stun, and that play ends up working.
Does Zeus go down? Here's the question. The flash auto from the Nautilus should just get it done, but Peter might be going down as he had to use the flash to get it done. But some assists, and at least Viper's here to get the wave.
That was very close to not working. Not even lower bracket final, it's just lower bracket.
Yeah. And this is just going to be secured by Peanut. You do see the Destiny coming out here, so actually trying to make a play on a Peanut who is very far behind enemy lines.
Very dead.
And no execution will be coming through. They can easily give this kill over to the carry, who is BDD.
They do have Cassante on the way. Zeus has TP, so this could end up being a 5v5.
I mean, Peter is just running on in there, as in will go Cuz as well. That is secured by Delight, of all people.
KT, I do think they're going to look for the contest here, but they don't have a lot of river control.
Yeah, it's going to feel a bit forced from them. The Slurkle's going to hit Peter, and so will the gold card. As Paranoia does come out, they just engage on a Peter. As that front line is being torn to shreds by the Smolder, though. It's 2 kills to the Ambessa, and Zeus, look at Viper as well, moving forward. As now the shredding going the way of Hanwha Esports. Viper flashes away and gets to safety and snipes him down alongside of Zeus.
It's a triple!
Triple! Looking for more. Will it be another Quadra? No, that's taken by Viper.
Viper!
As he denies it, he will not get a Penta this time around. At least it wasn't Peanut, as he is dead. Flash over the wall. Duck Dom is basically just Ambessa food, as Zeus picks up 4 kills. And you were just talking about the top lane, Chronicler.
I actually don't care that much. I know that's a big meme.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. They're trying to kill Zeus here, and they might just be able to. The fear comes in. Zeus is just hitting the wave. He's like, well,
I'm dead.
I'm up here. I don't have flash. Like, I'm just dead. Meanwhile, Hanwha Esports trying to take down the mid-tier 1. They will not be able to. KT are striking back and are keeping this one close.
Wait. Hold up.
Yeah, I don't know. It's all a bait.
Okay, well,
question mark?
Cuz is dead.
Yeah.
So I guess it is.
It was all a bait. Good job by Zeka.
What is happening?
I suppose. Take a look at the mid lane, though, as that one is going down to Duck Dom and Peter. They're just kind of getting free farm, so is BDD.
Continuously getting away with it, but it is. But he is, and I don't really know how. But he's also up almost 1,000 gold, and it will be if he gets his turret, which Perfect's going to make sure that that doesn't happen. Like, mid lane turret's going to be gone, and I don't think Smolder is going to be able to stack up whatsoever.
We have Rift Herald as well for Peanut.
Just play for the gold. Oh, God.
Zeka's actually chunking, as now they're just going to ult onto him, and Zeka kind of just laughs and says, okay, cool.
Yeah, I got TP.
You got the turret, you got the TP. I didn't think the TP would come through, but it did.
Yeah.
And the Drake goes over to Hanwha Esports, which KT were going to give up anyway.
Not bad for KT. Obviously not what you want to have happen, but the Small Bear and Rise comp does, as it turns out, need time to get to the point where they are big threats.
But it gets denied immediately. They saw it was at 8K, now it's at 3K, cuz he's got to just try to send it. In he goes, he's not going to get it. And the hook here in onto TF doesn't do much of anything. Zeka doesn't have that RFC just yet, but I mean, they got the Otacon. They're totally fine with this. As now the re-engage comes in, that's on to Kasante. As, yeah, there it is, comes in. He pressed the buttons. He actually did it. Peter is just dead, as Delight will be as well. But still, look at the health bar. Zeka gets into the back line. They take out the Smolder. They deny the Realm Orb, which is gigantic, as Viper is just rolling over the entire team and takes them down. It's a full ace for Hanwha Esports.
And now Viper gets denied the Penta because Zeka got into the back line. And when Otacon was taken, we kind of knew. Now we really know. It's done. It's just a sweep.
It's just a sweep. Hanwha Esports looking like the strongest team by far in the playoffs.
Don't give me the KT fan cam, no.
And BDD is not even level 14. The Rise is taking forever to get online as Peter looks to just be dead. No hope for him. Just trying to get some vision, I guess, right before this Hextech Soul goes over to HLE.
Come on, buddy.
He's
we're not doing
even going to try.
We're not doing the thing.
I think he should have done the thing.
I think he should have done the thing. There's no Baron up yet.
Yeah.
So I think you could have gotten away with it.
Famous
look
Easter
at
Bunny
the setup here. It's hard to approach, but they have to try and fight.
Well, they're going to seize Deus at least.
Will it matter?
They're going to spot him as the turn. Yeah, Peter just flashing on in. They're going to engage on to pretty much anyone as the paranoia does come out. And now they're just going to turn on a Zeka who did Destiny into the team by himself. And he's just going to flash away.
Uh-oh.
And now they're just getting corralled. They're all running away. He's got a gold card out again as the slow is coming in from the Hextech Dragon Soul. And in they go. They find Duckdom and in goes Delight. He dies immediately. It doesn't matter. He already did his job. Perfect. Doesn't have the damage. HLE, they will be going to the grand finals at Inspire Arena with this one team fight. They crush the hopes of all of KT.
They were not in the same league as T1 and Gen.G. And now they are undefeated in playoffs. Made their way into the grand finals.
And yeah, the series is over. The game is over.
It's done.
HLE just having some fun. You know, they want to make 100% sure. It's not just fun, right? They want to get the Baron. They want to get the full push off and make sure they don't mess anything up.
For KT, they'll be waiting in the lower bracket finals.
All right, there it is. Gonna find Duckdom actually with the ult and absolutely shred them down. As Viper taking the turret doesn't seem to care. He's got the GA. So he got another triple kill coming out here. He's just gonna Realm Warp out of this one. And as we knew, HLE gonna take down the series 3-0, undefeated so far in the playoffs. As Viper not able to get the kill. HLE will be going to our grand finals of the LCK.